Please excuse the mess behind the little bunny, but I finished, I let it dry from its wood hardener that I used on it. It's been out here for a couple days now, a day or two, and you know, it doesn't make it like completely hard, but it kind of gives it a good base so that nothing like soaks into it, or that's what I've seen so far. So next, what I'm gonna do to the little bunny is I'm going to put some UV resin on it. This is the kind I use, UV resin. And actually it was, I believe, well, I know it was ChatGPT that I used to, because I have such a hard time with keeping my little figures that I make from deteriorating after I make them. They're fine without any kind of sealer. And if I was going to store them, I know exactly what I would do with them now that I've had little paper mache things since I started making them. But if I wanted to sell them, if I want to sell them or give them away like I'm doing in this case, I want to preserve them and have them be normal things that people can store without having to store them, you know, in a real special way. So I'm trying this out. And this one I'm giving to my niece, so my her mom will be able to kind of keep me updated on it, and I don't feel quite so bad because I can remake it if I need to. So that's just my honest review of what's going on. So far so good. I've done this to several things. This hippo right here, I did. I put it on there. And then I put the UV resin on top of that. And her dress looks like glass almost. It's like hard to the touch. And I've had her out on my, you know, on this back porch for several days. So far so good, like I said, on her. She's looking good. I put the hardener on this little fox. I haven't put the UV resin on it yet, but I did put the hardener, and it gets pretty hard. I mean, I wouldn't like leave it sitting out in the water or anything. This guy, I put the wood hardener on. This little badger she's got her first coat of UV resin at the front, and just wood hardener at the back. My lamb is the one I'm like I've been having the most fun with, and she's got her wood hardener on so far, and so she's, you know, you can still move it a little, like you can see right here, but that is what I'm going to put the UV resin on for, because see, I did the same effect to this girl, and yeah, you can still, you know, move that, but it's still, it's way better than just the paper mache. So I haven't put these up on my shop yet. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to give this one to my niece. I'm going to keep these kind of stored in my craft room until next Christmas, and I will see how they do. Also on ChatGPT, it said to put, because other methods I've tried were like Mod Podge. I love Mod Podge, but I don't love it on paper mache. It gets sticky, and the next year when you take it out, it's sad because all that work you did on it, and it's sticky and sticks to other things, and I don't care for that. So I am gonna try to store these, and it gets real hot here where I'm at, and I'm gonna store them, and after I'm done with them, store them, and I think I'm gonna store them kind of together, like where they're kind of touching, so that I can kind of do an experiment and see, you know, how they will be, because I don't want to do a full tutorial on all of this until I know for sure. I'm gonna do tutorials on the paper mache part, because I've been blessed and I feel like I have that part down to a science. It's just the actual preserving it And it'll preserve without, like I said, without any kind of topping to it. But those little animals in your garage, they just love it. I've had so many things. I probably have an example that I can show you of the things I have sitting on my back porch, even that have just like little ear or something chewed off of. Even though we're clean people, everybody has. Especially if you live like out in a rural area, which it's becoming more city now. It's not quite as small as it was. It's really not as small at all as it was, but that's a whole different story. Anyway, back to the paper mache. This, I love doing paper mache. It's just very frustrating when you have it finished and it gets destroyed by critters beyond your control. The moisture part. ChatGPT said to put some of those silica, or those things that are little packets that do not eat on them. So that's supposed to help keep the moisture at bay. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try to keep these, because most people, when they put their Christmas ornaments away, or from what I've seen, they either they either just put them in a box, or they wrap them in tissue paper. And I would just hate for someone to wrap such a cute little thing in tissue paper, come back the next year and it was eaten or it was stuck to the paper. And that's happened before. Some of the things that I've given to my mom and things like that. So I'm working really hard to try to figure this out. Hopefully I can help someone.